sick and I'm tired of living life this way. Lord, without you here with me, all I seem to do is make mistakes. I'm asking, is there a limit to your mercy? 'Cause I wanna know. I wanna go back to the days where for you I was thirsty. Okay now, Lord, I apologize. Again, I crucified you. I try to fight it, but it's clear I need you to survive. So many times I tried with my own devices, but you told me everything I need you have provided. Blind to your love, was deaf to your call. I come before your throne of grace and I surrender all. 'Cause when I fall, you're there to catch me. So if they ask me, I'll say that your grace is all I need. Oh Lord, you see the best in me. It's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. When I'm walking through the valley, let me feel you next to me. And that's my prayer, my prayer, my prayer. And that's my prayer. You know my thoughts, you know my heart, you know my prayer, Lord. You know my prayer, Lord. You know my thoughts, you know my heart, you know my prayer, Lord. You know my prayer, Lord. And so I pray, let your spirit fill me. Every day I'm breathing, let your mercy shield me from all evil, 'cause it was you who found me. So when you just ground me, build a tower around me, goodness and favor around me. Beg you never allow me, never move on without me. If you move on without me, waters of death will drown me. Sometimes it gets so rowdy, my sunny days get cloudy, but with you I overcome. And I'll say that your grace is all I need. Oh Lord, you see the best in me. That's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. That's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. When I'm walking through the valley, let me feel you next to me. And that's my prayer, that's my prayer. Whoa, say that your grace is all I need. Oh Lord, you see the best in me. That's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. That's why I call you Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. When I'm walking through the valley, let me feel you next to me. And that's my prayer, my prayer. That's my prayer. And that's my prayer, oh Lord. And that's my prayer, my prayer. You know my thoughts, you know my heart, you know my prayer, you know my prayer, you know my thoughts, you know my heart, yeah. You know my prayer, you know my prayer, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing DJ Afraid and my homeboy, Limo.
She rescued the boy. She under the pump on the boy. And if I'm poor anytime, you lift me up to protect the boy. So you rescued the boy. She under the pump on the boy. And if I'm poor anytime, you lift me up to protect the boy.
Your type of love, you the shock person. If not, what I go drum person, oh yeah. It is so good and it's so real and it's so free, yeah. Your type of love, you the shock person. If not, what I go drum person, oh yeah. It is so good and it's so real and it's for free, yeah. I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe, so your love, it was brand new. I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe, your love, it was brand new. Forgive my shortcomings. You know I hate these shortcomings. Oh, I don't know why I do things I hate. Oh, forgive my shortcomings. You know I hate these shortcomings. Oh, 'cause the things I wanna do, I don't do them. I'm a mess. I don't know why you love me. I break your heart, but see the way that you love me. is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe for your love, it was brain, no. I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe, it's your love, it was brain, no. So I said, do, I'm gonna do. I thank you and I bless you for your love, na. So I said, do, I'm gonna do. I thank you and I bless you for your love, oh.
Say you rescue the boy.
Say you rescue.
Say your love with the bump on the boy.
And your bumper,
And if I fall anytime, you to lift me up, you to protect the boy.
oh, na.
Say you rescue the boy.
And you
Say
rescue.
your love with the bump on the boy.
Yes, you bumper.
And if I fall anytime, you to lift me up, you to protect the boy.
I'm a mess. I don't know how you love me. I break your heart, but see the way that you love me. I know no it's and I don't do way you love me. So I break your heart, but see the way that you love me. I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe to your love, it was brain, no. I know I don't deserve it. Your love is overwhelming, no. And it's a vibe, it's your love, it was brain, no. So I said, do, I'm gonna do. I thank you and I bless you for your love, oh. So I said, do, I'm gonna do. I thank you and I bless you for your love, oh. Operate.
Yes, sir. You already know. Worldwide. DJ Alpha and Limbo Blade. It's that Jesus music. God loves you. Never forget that.
Mix Wonders Magic.
Yeah, sure. My king came from the east, came to restore life, give life, live life as a man and do it so abundantly. Yeah, he came here to give man peace and pass on a hope of eternity. Yeah, he told me what I could be. Back when I had a seed, it was only my dream. Yeah, now I'm seeing life in HD. Whoa, now I'm living life in high definition. Full color, I discovered my team to help figure out what it means and keep cool when I'm blowing off steam. Cut from the same cloth, tight at the seams, washed clean by his raindrops. See the boy gleam. The love is never out of my reach. It's your love that I see.
When I look back at how far he's brought me, if I tell you my story, you'd see that my God is for me. When I look back at all that you've done, my redemption's because of the Son. I know that my God is for me. My God is for me. My God is for me. My God is like a flower, I bloom in your light. Breath of heaven, I'm feeling alive. I know that my God is for me. In my imperfections, I am yours. I know you love me 'cause you're merciful. I see that you make me beautiful. God, you make all things good and wonderful. No matter what I face, I will rejoice in you always. I'll give thanks, whatever comes my way. I will rejoice in you always, always. No matter what I face, I will rejoice in you always. I'll give thanks, whatever comes my way. I will rejoice in you always, always, always. Anointing fall on me, oh, fall on me. Devil stay far from me, evil stay far from me, far from me. My God will fight for me, my God is good to me, so good to me. Anointing fall on me, anointing fall on me, oh, fall, yeah. Let me go, God will never let me go, never let me go. I know, God is on my side, I know, yeah. I know you died for me, I know you right for me, you right for me, yeah. All I need, your love is all I need, you're all I need. I know I let you down, oh Lord, forgive me, please. Forgive me, please. Pray you protect my family, pray you protect my Jesus, yeah. My God is strength for me, your grace has set me free, you set me free. My God is there for me, it's only you I see, oh you. Anointing fall on me, anointing fall on me, oh fall on me. Devil stay far from me, evil stay far from me, far from me. My God will fight for me, my God is good to me, so good to me. Anointing fall on me, anointing fall on me, oh fall, yeah. Devil can't steal my joy, devil won't steal my joy, no. Devil can't steal my joy, devil won't steal my joy, no. Thank you for all you done, Christ my number one, yeah. I know this life is hard, but I will overcome, yeah. Stay strong, can't fold, no, you gotta stay strong, gotta stay strong. One
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
You are now listening to Real Gospel.
Yeah. Real Gospel is back. It's been a minute. Aye, where's the on? Where's the Real Gospel on? Aye. Yeah. Alright, cool. Sorry. I'm just realizing that it's meant to be like a podcast. But yeah, guys, we're here. We're back. We're waiting. Some people are gonna jump on the conversation as well. But yeah, we are here. We are trying to we are coming back off the barbecues. Some people have gone to barbecues. Some people have traveled. Some people have had like a little bit of experience after lockdown, after our last conversation. So we wanna see where everyone's head is at. So to start the conversation before, because we want to see, hopefully we can start. We want to try and see if we can start doing things, on time and that. But to start the conversation, we've got like 4 people here. Number of people a few people that are just gonna start the conversation with us as we go. It's about to be a very interesting one. To introduce the people around, we've got Charlie Mensah from Family Meeting Podcast on the line here, brother. What are you saying, my brother?
What's good, man? I'm just here
to
discuss and roll off our last conversation. I didn't attend the barbecue, so I want to hear some testimonies.
I said nothing. Hopefully we can hear some testimonies. I've got a couple things that people have been saying since after the barbecue, so we're gonna talk about some of those points that people have said. Oh, by the way, guys, the hashtag is #RGAsk. The conversation today is the barbecues is done. But still, someone said the barbecue is done, but still there is no game. And we want to talk about just finalizing on this topic, and then from next week we end up we get into some deeper topics. We slightly come up with relationship stuff. But to carry on with this conversation, we've got Wanipa here from Let God Podcast. Tell the people that you're inside. What are you saying?
Hi guys, happy to be back again, ready to shake the tables as per
usual. Alright, we've got Mary Hannah as well. She is here from Let God Podcast. What you say?
Hi everybody, so excited to be on here for the first time with Vanifa. I think the conversation is going to be super dope, so I'm excited to hear it.
Oh my gosh, this is an American accent.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, at my family home right now.
Oh wait, you're in LA. Oh,
I'm in Atlanta.
Oh man, it's nice to speak to you all over there in Atlanta. Tell me what is on air from the G Clash team. Tell me what you say.
Wait, Cooper, what did you say? Atlanta?
Nice, Atlanta.
No, I'm happy to be back. It's been a minute, but I'm excited.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So the conversation is gonna get heated. So all we want you guys to do is use the hashtag RGAsk. Ask your questions. And we've got people here ready to answer your questions. And I've got some questions here from people's previous conversations. So sorry, some conversation I've had with people. So we are gonna ask some of those questions as well. But you guys feel free to ask your questions. Send them to us or use the hashtag RG Ask. All right, let's kick things off and now let's off a notch. Anyways, let's kick things up. Oh, Gabs is here. All right, Gabs, what you say, my brother? Gabs is inside. Guys, again, use the hashtag RGAsk. Hashtag RGAsk. Gabs, what you say, my brother?
Yo, what you telling me, bro? You alright, yeah?
Yeah, man. We're trying to. I'm trying to see what. I'm trying to cause some trouble in the app. So,
You're a naughty boy, that's right.
yeah, I'm not too good, sir, but God is helping me. All right. A lot of people use the hashtag RGAsk, guys. We are back. All right. So to start off, yeah. And I want to actually start with Monifa because Monifa, your stand-up is some really proper energy. What is your mind on the whole? Where is your mind at on the whole? Do Christian guys have game? Do you actually do you think they do have game? And then we'll get into the barbecues. The questions people brought from the barbecue.
Okay, I have been waiting to speak on this. Thank you for asking me. What I have to say on this is that being Christian is not a personality trait. So therefore, I think being a Christian man doesn't give or take away your game. Like, if you don't have game, the fact that you're a Christian is nothing to do with it. It's just you as a person. If you're an atheist, if you're a Muslim and you don't have game, you still wouldn't have game. If you're a Christian, do you get what I'm saying?
So you're
and
saying
I feel like
you're saying majority of Christian guys is not because they're Christian that they don't have game. They just don't have game.
Exactly. I feel like if you don't think Christian guys have game, then it's not to do with the fact that they're Christian, in my opinion. It's just them. Sorry to those men.
All right, cool. We're about to start this thing properly then. Flipping heck. All right, guys, anyone feel free to jump in at any point in the conversation. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna write up with what some of the people have been saying since the barbecue. So the first one is that big statement. Someone said, I came to the barbecue just at least hoping to connect with a few people, hoping to at least not get some numbers, but hoping to connect with a few people. But it's just like our Christian men too shy, and not like no one was trying to like have conversation properly, and that was her dilemma. Do you think that dilemma is justified by that? Meaning, is that something that you going into a barbecue or her going into a barbecue? Do you think she should have been expecting people to be to be expecting a full-on conversation, getting to know someone fully? Because the majority of the barbecues that have been done, that I've seen, that have had like 300, 250 people. So do you think that in that environment, it was actually sufficient for someone to maybe get a number or maybe get details, or for someone to actually pull game correctly? Does the question make sense?
Repeat it or rephrase it a little bit, please.
All right, cool. So the question was this. So in was the original statement. So they've gone to barbecue and they've gone to, I think they went to 2 barbecues. I'm not too sure, but they went to the barbecues, and at the end of it, it's like they felt like there was not actually anyone that like carried conversation. There was not really anyone that, like, they just went and no one. I think they had an expectation that they'll go there and then people would like, the guys rather will feel comfortable enough to just talk to them and all of that stuff like that. But they just went and came back, nothing really there, no conversation carrying, The question is this: is that the right expectation going into a barbecue like that, knowing that there was quite a large number of people that were going to be there? And what would you say to that what would you essentially say to that person that's having that that's their dilemma basically. I like, bruh, this barbecue was like it was nice, but you know, in terms of the game thing, there was non-existent.
I feel like going to a barbecue is more like good vibes. Like personally, I wouldn't go looking for an expectation, like wanting a man or not. I feel like go and just let it flow. I don't know if anyone agrees.
Personally, I would say you can go into a barbecue looking to connect with people on a deep level still, can I?
With that expectation though of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think you can go into, because yes, it's good vibes, but I think you can, especially in light of the fact that we had a conversation about this like a few weeks before.
That conversation was not effective.
No. But if you're going to a barbecue, personally, I'll be like, as a lady, I think she's justified in expecting that people she wants. Obviously, if you're going, you're I don't know how old she was, but take for instance, you're like a 26, 25-year-old person going to a barbecue. You're not just expecting them to just to go there and just not actually meet someone, if that makes any sense. So, but that's my take on it. What are you guys saying?
For me, I would definitely. Well, I wasn't at the barbecue, and it feels like forever since I've been to one. But I would definitely say that a barbecue is not the best environment, because I feel like there's so many things that make up that make the atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? So the music has to be good, the food has to be good, and it's not just the people. Do you know what I mean? So like, if the food is dead and the music's dead, then like there's no room to flow. The Holy Spirit can walk around as much as it wants to, but like nothing will work, because I feel like at a barbecue there's surrounding factors, and food and vibes, music definitely plays a part in that. So that's just my personal opinion when it comes to like conducive environments like barbecues and whatnot.
And events?
Well, events is more like, like I think someone mentioned, you're going there for a good time. So again, if there's performances at the events, the performances have to be lit. Like that, it's just because performances make the event. Do you know what I mean? Again, an event could be dead simply because the performances weren't banging, like the audience was dead. Everything's just a bit like low. Do you know what I mean? So no one's in the mood to do anything. But I assume that the barbecue, you know, it was good vibes, good energy, good music, good people. So like now that I can safely say we all agree on the fact that food and vibes complements the atmosphere. If there's no testimonies, adding all of that up, then something is wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, something is definitely wrong. So I'll speak less for now. I'm just analysing everyone's points. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I hear it. All right, guys. Benny is inside. Benny, what are you saying? She's here. Oh, and quite people have joined it.
Hello.
Yo. Oh, Apostle is here as well.
Yo, what are you saying, G? You good?
I am good, my brother. I'm good. Your thing is coming up soon as well, right? Yeah. Oh, man. All right, cool. No, I can't lie. This, even when to be honest, I feel like in that kind of situation, if you go to an event and then you leave an event, if you go to an event expecting to connect with someone, or expecting to at least chat to someone, this is the thing. And tell me what, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like more time than none, ladies are not as approachable as they think they are.
What makes you say that though?
I don't know. It's like the whole, I don't know. It's like the whole clique thing. The whole, like, you come in, you have to chill with your friends first. You have to, like, I don't know. Because yes, the vibe was nice. Yes, we were chilling out with dancing. We did. Am I chatting nonsense? Because I remember at the barbecue.
I don't know. I don't think we're not approachable. Ladies, what are you thinking?
I have to agree with Cliff Ray on this, not gonna lie.
You think
I think it could be if you actually take yourself out of your shoes and you put yourself in a guy's shoe, I think it will be a lot hard for a guy to approach girls, like especially like when you're with your friends, etc., etc. I don't know. I can kind of see it. I see why that could be said.
Yeah. No, I hear it because because I'm thinking through the day and I'm like, you know what? There was quite a lot of clicks. There was quite a lot of clicks. So I feel like in the conversation of expecting game at such an event, I'm not gonna lie, especially when there's a lot of people, it's hard because it's having to comfortable to break down that barrier. Like,
there's an audience.
Yeah.
There's an audience because you're not going to go up to a circle like with 8 girls in it and be like, can I talk to your friend?
Why not?
Imagine, what about the other 7?
Not a lie.
Like, what's wrong with me? Why didn't he pick me? Obviously, no one's going to think that, but it will come to your mind.
So go on.
I was going to say, like, yeah, it's a bit awkward approaching like 8 girls in a circle, let's say, because I know I'm assuming, I wasn't there. Disclaimer, yeah?
No, go on.
I'm assuming, like, all the women of God in attendance were probably in circles. And you got the men of God who are rolling in 2s, probably on their 1s. And it's going to be a bit intimidating approaching a circle of girls and then awkwardly asking for just 1 out of the 8. Obviously, because you're going to want the 1 out of the 8. But I feel like I read a tweet. One of the girls who went, she was like, I went by myself and I made loads of friends. So I feel like when you're clickless in that environment, you're more approachable because you want to be. Do you know what I mean? When you're clicked up, it's a bit difficult.
I hear that. There was something that came off the back of the conversation the last time, yeah, and it was a question I had asked Benny earlier on, and this was coming literally straight off the back of the last conversation. What it was the question was, is it that these guys don't have game, or is it that the guys that come to speak to you, you are not attracted to?
Do you know what? This is tight. But yeah, it might just be you're kind of like, I don't know, you kind of accept or you decline game depending on who it is. So I think it's
That's not fair. That's not fair. That is
but
not fair.
It's the game.
No,
it's the game.
that's not fair.
It's the game.
No.
Because you can have game, but if you're not what I want, then I'm sorry.
No, then what's the whole point of the whole game thing then?
No, but she's right though. Like you're not entitled to accept anyone who moves to you just because they have the chest to move to you. Like,
I beg you, you know what? Yeah.
So is this on looks?
You know, after this conversation, yeah, I don't want to get about Christian men having sex again. Because look at this. Have you seen what we? Sorry, Mary Hannah, carry on. Because even though I'm gonna.
Wait, but what is game though? Like, what is game? Is it like your personality?
Game.
It's your confidence in the spirit. More so your confidence. Because what you just said now, I can only assume you're going off looks now. Is it a look thing for you or?
No. To me, it's vibes.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes.
How do you? No, that's
obviously I have to be attracted to you.
That's some generic words. Okay, no, let me some people speak. All right, Mary Hannah, what are you saying?
I was just gonna say, in response to the first situation, I don't think we should necessarily come to a barbecue with any sort of expectation because it's a social environment and you cannot control the sort of people you're going to meet there. Nor do I think it has anything to do with being a woman of God. It's just how you navigate that social environment. So if you are posted up with your girls, you're not going to necessarily going to be in a position where someone's going to want to speak to you. But if you're moving throughout this space, then it's going to be easier for someone to speak to you. In response to whether Christian men have game, I think I have to echo what Lanipa said. I think it has nothing to do with the fact that you're Christian. Christian is not an adjective, it's a noun. It's who we are, not a personality trait. Therefore, if you have game or not, that's just on you, baby. Like, that's something you and the Lord need to work out. That has nothing to do with how you navigate your faith, in my opinion.
By the way, that is Mary from Atlanta, Georgia.
Damn.
She's currently in the United States of America. No, I completely agree with that. But what's funny, yeah, I feel like we've got to this point where there is a lot of the expectation on, like the conversation on game has gone on for such a long time that right now it's crazy to think that it was not actually as weighty as we thought, because if game is subjective to if game is subject to you being attracted to someone first, what's the whole point of game? Because someone
not like
I don't
that.
think that's what the issue is. I don't think that game is subjective to you being attracted to the person. But firstly, game is subjective. So someone might move to me in a way that I find attractive, but that same person could move to Mary Hannah with the same lines, the same energy, the same confidence, and she might not like it. But also, like, the point I'm trying to say is just because someone has game, i.e. the confidence and everything, to move to you, it doesn't mean that you have to accept their offer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're individuals, you're entitled to your opinion. It might be to do with how attractive you find them. It might just be the vibes. It might be that you just feel like they're not the right fit for you. But game in itself is not enough to secure a partner. Otherwise, everyone would just still be with the first person that ever moved to them.
Right after that, I want to hear the apostle. Because the apostle is married, so is game enough to secure a partner?
Listen, nah, I don't. You know what? It's not. It's an icebreaker. It's not the be or end all. And I think the ladies are right on that one. Like, game is just, it's something that accompanies you. It's not the fullness of who you are. Like, you still have to be levels. Do you get what I'm saying? As a man, you have to show that you're about this thing. You know, you have to have a bit more than just a bit of quirkiness and a bit of cheekiness or a bit of banter. Obviously, you have to, show some sort of stability.
Do you think so? Does money and game tie in any weird way?
Money and game? No, not necessarily.
By money, I mean like being like having some sort of inkling. So you meet someone meets you, or you're talking to a girl, and the girl kind of gets some sort of inkling that like you're well to do in some way, shape, or form.
When you say well to do, what is that? Because that can be subjective.
Birkin bag.
Like it can, like, well to do could just be like you're making ends meet. Like, you can pay for, like, if you're renting a space, then you can pay for that. You can manage yourself. You're doing all right. Or well to do, you've got your own gaff. You've got a whip. You've got investments. You've got XYZ. So I think that can be a bit subjective. But I think if a woman's gonna fully judge a man by her perception of whether he's well to do or not, then I think that's a bit superficial, in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not wearing a pair of Balenciagas when you see me, or if I'm not wearing a nice Dior t-shirt, that doesn't mean that I'm not doing well. Like, I could have money and just not be wearing those, wearing stuff or looking like, I'm up. So yeah, I don't necessarily think money is synonymous with game, or should be synonymous with game. But yeah, that just makes everything just tricky.
I hear that. Destiny, what do you want to say? Is Destiny here? Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, I said nothing. I just said Birkin bags.
A question.
We're talking about money.
Yeah, you were at the barbecue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was? How many barbecues have you attended? Have you been to? Just the one?
Yeah, I just went to the one. I didn't go to the first one.
Yeah, cool. So with all of that stuff, do you think that there was a conducive, like? Because what we try to do is we try to make sure that people are like. By the way, guys, I'm not pushing an agenda for marriage right here, or for everyone to get in a relationship. Would I like to see? Oh yeah, we met at G Clash. I will not mind. But I'm not pushing an agenda. It's just I'm trying to end the conversation here, because I don't want to hear after this the whole game thing. I'm just like, So did you think that there was an atmosphere, or there was we created like a suitable, vibe for people to easily just be like, yo, what's your number, or just have that kind of conversation on a one-to-one thing?
I think the vibes were there. Like, it just depends on the person, because there was really opportunity for it to happen, but I think everyone was just chilling as a collective. So I'm not sure.
I think as well, like if anyone did approach, or like if there was opportunity, everyone would have taken it as a friend thing, because I can only speak for myself, but like, yeah, it would have just been like, oh yeah, this person just wants to be my friend, kind of thing.
Oh, sorry guys, I think someone removed me from the conversation. Maybe things were getting a bit too heated. But yeah. All right, cool. So, all right, cool. On to the next scenario then. I gave my number to this brother, but he has not called me. Should I?
Call it a day.
No.
Yeah, not gonna lie, not interested.
I'm sorry.
Call it a day.
I'm
Stop
so
wasting your
sorry.
time.
At the end of the respect yourself.
Listen,
Hey, let
call
me
it a day.
finish reading.
Bro, don't read the rest. Call it a day. Call it a day.
Let me finish
It's a
reading.
day. It's done.
I'm trying to hear this.
It's done.
Let me finish reading it. Yeah. So, let me 1 second. Let me get to my notes. All right. So, yeah. So I gave my number to this bro. Well, not this bro. To this guy. I gave my number to this guy, and still he has not yet called me. Should I find a way to contact him or call him or?
What's this,
Absolutely
man?
not.
Call it a day.
Absolutely not.
Woman of God, call it a day. Bounce. If a guy is serious, he will be serious about it. And at the same time, for the guy that did it, you're a joke as well, man. What's that all about?
Mad thing.
Yeah, it's not
What's
that
that all about?
Yeah, he's not serious though. He's not ready.
Come on, man.
a lot.
Come on, man. And he shouldn't try twang it and say, "Oh yeah, man was praying and fasting." Dead that, man. That's.
Oh man.
that's. But yeah,
but
man.
think about
Don't
it.
waste your time.
But
Don't
let's
waste
think
your
about
time,
it though.
man.
Wait. But the barbecue has not been that long.
Bruv,
Has it not been 2 weeks?
Long enough.
bro. Come on, man.
15th, man.
It's been
that's
at
not it.
least 10 days
Bro,
still.
come on, man. 14 days.
No, so wait. So wait, 40. Like, my man could have been busy, you know.
No, but if he's really feeling her, he would call her. Come on, like 2 weeks.
We need to ask the girl. We need to ask the girl if this guy's been actively tweeting since, because there's no.
Oh yeah, I can hear that still. I actually hear that.
even if he wasn't tweeting, 14 days is long.
Yeah, that's taking a
It's
minute
enough.
still.
Bruv, sis, God loves you. Keep stepping.
Mad.
Keep stepping.
I can't lie, when I saw that, I did not even think it was actually that mad. I don't know.
Okay. Let me ask you something. You yourself, if you thought, okay, you know what? I actually want to speak to this guy. I take a number. Would you wait 14 days?
No.
Okay, so then that's the question.
No. But wait. So, text for instance, yeah. To be honest, everyone is different. So the guy may have not been feeling a vibe from her. The guy may have not been feeling that in there. So I can't lie.
He asked for her number.
To be honest, if she actually gave the number, then it must have been. Since she actually gave the number, then it must have been that she actually fancied him in some way, shape, or form. I can't lie.
Wait. No. We don't give out our numbers to everyone we fancy. Let's get rid of that, please, before people think I fancy them.
Are you guys hearing this? Are you guys hearing this? Everyone on YouTube, have you heard what she just said? The young lady said, Just
because you have my number doesn't mean I fancy you. Okay?
It's true though.
So it's an opportunity to get into conversation to now end up in the fancying stage. Is that what you're saying, Benny?
No, sometimes, no, you know what? Sometimes people just approach all the friends vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I hear that.
but like, there's a difference, and you will know the difference. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. I hear that. Oh, 2 days, yeah. Look at this guy. Anyways, I hear
Can
that.
I quickly add something
Go on,
to
guys.
this conversation?
Quickly add as many as you want to add to the conversation.
I just wanted to say, I think this speaks to the wider issue of how we view intentionality as Christians, because from the boy's perspective, I think if you know it could be perceived that someone's going to perceive that you want to get to know them on a romantic basis, you should be wary of how you approach them. But also from the girl's perspective, I guess we can't necessarily be entitled and think that, you know, just because someone did ask for our number, they therefore want to get to know us on a, I guess, deeper level. But I think it just speaks to how we see intention and things like that.
I hear that. What if, yeah, and this is not regarding the scenario, but this is just hypothetical, because it does happen. Oh, Destiny, go on, and then I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Oh, I was even going to say that even if it was a friendship thing, even if he wasn't feeling the vibes, that even in a friendship, why are you going to air me for 14 days? Like, you just got my number. It doesn't make sense. Whether it's friendship, family, cousin, relationship, husband or wife, 14 days is unacceptable personally. Like,
maybe he
okay,
got...
you know what, yeah. Let's switch the roles. If it was a guy talking about, if it was a guy saying that I tried to call her and she's not picked up my phone, what would you say?
I would say the
Give
same
it
thing.
up.
I would say the same thing. Like, it's peak. Sorry to that girl. Sorry to that guy. But 14 days is still rude. Like, I'm sorry.
Maybe he got the wrong number.
In this day and age, when you
know, one day that you just intentionally leave the last digit. You just switch the last digit.
Lying is not the problem.
I lie. Okay. No, I can't lie. That one, yeah. But all right, on to the next. One second, let me get to my. All right, cool. So, funny enough, I know this one actually happened. Jesus. Anyway, so. Alright, cool. So the scenario is this. Oh, not scenario, because I know it actually happened. So, so there's. I'll rephrase it. Don't worry. I know it happened, but don't worry. If you are listening, I'm so sorry that I said that it happened, but I'll make sure that they don't know your name starts with letter. I'm joking. All right, so the scenario is this. So they came to the barbecue. I'm not gonna read it off. So basically, they came to the barbecue, and there's someone that they were. You know, there's someone that they knew off socials, and they you know. Been talking, blah 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 blah. But coming to this barbecue, they've seen this person, but there is no. So basically, they had probably like one conversation or two conversations, but it wasn't the energy wasn't as it was on socials. If you get me. So on socials was like they were like proper going back and forth, but in real life it's like this guy is kind of quiet, blah 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 blah. It's not really bringing it fully. Question is, what should they do? Should they just keep on?
Yeah, keep it stepping still.
You need to dance still.
No,
you guys, no, pick my team. Wait, let's because you guys are just giving answers.
Actually, let me actually think about this.
You guys proper think about this because I can't lie.
Yeah.
Was there still a vibe? Was he just like? What do you mean he was quiet? He just didn't.
Well, I think go out another time.
Yeah, but one-on-one. You need to go on a one-on-one thing. Because at a barbecue, maybe he was shy, number one. Number two, you have to do it was the first time you're meeting. If you've been doing up FaceTime and Snapchat, that's the first time you're meeting and you're around your friends. It's a lot of pressure. So go out together, one-on-one. If the vibes still aren't there and if there's no chemistry, then you leave it. Maybe call it a friendship or you just call it a date. It's not that deep. I think it's still okay. Don't say go. Come on.
Exactly.
Give him a chance.
But you know what? I can't lie.
People were moving shy at the barbecue anyway. Like, not just in a romantic sense. That people are shy. Like, it's the first time. It's okay.
I
think you lot are being way too nice. Way too nice here. We need to address this problem where people have online personalities, but in real life, they're completely different. We need to put an end to that because people can't be hiding behind Instagram and Twitter.
I hear that.
You can't flex online and then I meet you face to face and you're whispering. It just doesn't make sense. Keep the same energy. How are you going to be in reality? Be that same way online. Because it's embarrassing if I meet you and you was carrying a conversation online. I meet you face to face and you're struggling to get your words out. It's embarrassing.
I actually hear that. I can't lie. I hear that because based on what I'm seeing here is like the person was on socials. It's like during the whole lockdown. Well, not during the whole lockdown. At some point, coming off the back of lockdown, they're like having like some proper nice conversation. But now, like in real life, it's like I don't know if. Do you think that the number of people around could be that heavy a factor to make someone not feel?
No, because when people are going to the youth night vigils, everybody's dancing, everyone's jumping, everybody's screaming and shouting. But when it comes to somebody you're probably attracted to, it makes it a whole lot difficult for people to show forth their personality. And I think we're in a day and age where we're so used to social media, we're so used to it that we no longer know how to act in reality.
So what? But if it's a thing where he is comfortable, he's comfortable on socials and he's carrying the same energy, do you think that they should like? Because personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm someone that I'll actually like, gee, what happened? I'll message you like, yo, I actually like, why were you moving quiet? Why were you moving shy? Because it's not like I thought that you will have all the energy that you're bringing, busting just carrying conversation, So personally, if you're listening, I'll say just call them out on it because the whole personality thing. How many people? I felt like at the barbecue, quite a few people were themselves. To be fair, I mean, yeah, I'll say so. Like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there were so many things leading up to it. Like people had phone calls, group chats. So for you to still be timid at the barbecue, there's no bloody excuse, to be honest.
To be honest, I can't lie. I hear that. And if you know that you're going to be going to this barbecue and like, if you know you were going to the barbecue and this girl was going to be there.
Yeah, there's no excuse. There's actually no excuse.
Can I hop in real quick?
Yeah, go on. Listen, hop in as many times as you want.
I just wanted to say, I must say I disagree with what the boys or what the men have said here because I don't think we're taking into account people's like actual mental health. So it's one thing to be online and then to meet somebody in real life. You don't know if somebody has social anxiety or if they're just generally shy. So I don't think you should expect that they're always going to be the same way online because people even have two sort of avatars online. They'll have their sort of main and then their burner. They can't even keep a consistent online image, let alone online to real life. So I think that's something we should consider.
Yeah, but
what? Wait.
Go on.
You know what? Yeah, I hear it. I do think the mental health thing is a bit of a reach, personally. But I do hear it though. I do think it's a reach. I think it's so quick for us. When something goes wrong, mental health. Let's just tag that mental health.
Yeah, you know what? Someone had to say it. I agree.
Like I feel like I hear the mental health piece, but I feel like that's reaching. Even with the burner accounts, like why I can't lie. Why even a burner account thing? Like why are you having a burner account as well? Why can't I say account? I feel like if you're giving that energy, yeah, if you're doing the most online, and you can't even match it or give some sort of average energy in real life, then it's all a facade, in my opinion, because you can't be giving mixed levels of energies, doing the most in the DMs, selling yourself in one way. You meet in real life, I meet a different person. I get that people can be shy and everything, but when you're over, it's like a job interview. You're overselling yourself online. We come to the face-to-face interview, and you've undersold yourself, and you want to get the job. It doesn't work. I get being shy, but I think if we're going to use the being shy excuse all the time, then I think it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of like putting energy if you want to be serious about something. But that's just my opinion.
Can I just jump in real quick?
Go on, yeah.
Firstly, like, I kind of agree with Mary Hannah. I don't even particularly think that mental health is that much of a reach, just because I think that social anxiety is probably a lot more common than we think. But that's not even my main point. My point is just that I think that it's like naturally, it's so much easier to communicate via words, like online or via email or something, than it is in person. And I feel like it's not necessarily hypocritical of someone to have slightly different personas online and in person, because just the way you talk to your family different than you talk to your friends, different than you talk to your like tutors and stuff. And I feel like people's personality and attitude switches depending on their situation. And like maybe it's different if you have literally been DMing someone and you're talking to them one-on-one or getting to know them in that way, and then they're cold in real life. But I feel like if you've just seen someone and you're judging their real life personality based off how they interact on the TL, I don't think you're entitled to think that they should be exactly the same, especially the first time they meet people in real life.
Can I throw something in though? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say this,
my brother.
I'm from an era where before Twitter, or just before Twitter started, just before Insta started, we're used to speak, we're used to moving to girls, we're used to talking to man them every day, whether from different ends or from the same ends or whatever. So I feel like for me, my perspective is going to be different because I was used to this growing up. So for me, what you see of me on social media, and I always say this to people, what you see of me on social media is what you're going to get in real life. I banter online, I banter offline, because that's just how I see it. So for me, it's a foreign. I get it, I understand it. It's just different to me because I'm coming from a different space. So I get the whole point of social anxiety. We're definitely seeing it more, but there are those of us on Twitter or on social media that are coming from a different space where, for us, it's what you see is what you get. I always talk to Gabs about this because I find it frustrating that people are like, yeah, I met this person and they're not the same in real life. And I'm like, what? So why are people doing that? Like, even the concept of burner accounts and stuff like that, I find it weird because I'm just like, why can't people be real? Like, why can't people just, when you're online, just be real, just be who you are? But I understand that, social media, it invites a lot of different narratives and ideas and philosophies to the platform. So I get it, but I'm just from a different space. So that's why I find certain things. That's why for me, and maybe for Gabs, and maybe for some other brothers and sisters on this live, it might be a bit of a foreign concept because that's not how we grew up and that's not how we did life before. So even jumping onto the platforms, it's kind of like we're still doing the same thing when we link up. It's still the same thing. Like you won't really catch a different vibe because we are who we are, whether online or offline. But
to link to that, it's just to address the fact that we're not downplaying the whole mental health issue. It's just for you to basically not sell too much of a dream to a point where you can't match up to it in person. Like you're self-inflicting that standard on yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody asked you to do the most online. Do you get me?
You know what? Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go on.
I feel like as well, just because you've seen one day of a person doesn't mean that they've shown you all that there is to themselves. And like, even though like, you might have not seen, what they portray on social media, doesn't mean that that's not them. Some people take a lot longer to warm up to people, and like it's very easy to, like be very vocal, etc. on social media because, some people are actually just genuinely shy and they need like a lot more time to warm up to people. I know I'm like that. That's why I can say that. But as well, let's stop the burner account slander. Like there's some confessions and secrets we like to write on our burners, Please.
Look at you. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, Benny, we see you. So with the social anxiety, and I feel like it's a topic that we have to even go in depth, because it's especially and from the next few weeks. So this is the last. Well, this is one of the few times I'm going to be doing. We are going to be doing the relationship based type of conversation. I'm more interested in topics that people don't really talk about too much. So but in this, from my perspective, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but from my perspective, the way I see it is this: when you are talking to someone on socials, originally you build a level of comfortability. This is not. I'm not meeting you for the first. Well, I am meeting you for the first time, but you were carrying conversation. You were carrying conversation. You were doing a lot to make me feel comfortable to talk to you, this, that, and the third. And my general expectation, and I should be within my rights to have that expectation, is that when I see you in real life, that will follow through. Now, if in a scenario where I finally meet you in real life and you were carrying the conversation and this, that, and the third, and you are dull, you're quiet, you want me to talk, like you want me to do the most. And personally, I'm someone that I don't mind like in conversation. If the girl does not mind leading conversation, there will probably not be a problem. But if the girl is someone that was intrigued by the way you carried the conversation, the way you were forward with it, and all of that stuff, and they meet you in real life and you are not as forthcoming as you were on socials, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they are within their rights to question that. And if maybe not questioning it in a sense where they are like just undermining, or just saying, oh, maybe just like actually question you, like going to you and be like, why is it that on social that you were carrying, was that an issue, was something? Because it could just be that you're just a keyboard social media warrior and nobody wants that. It could just be that you are just someone, or it could actually be that you are shy in real life, but until we have a conversation about it, I will not know. So, but I do think the lady is within their rights to question that and to be like, why is it that we got comfortable? We were comfortable on social media. We were going back and forth, but in real life, there is this, like, the whole energy is low, everything is down. I'll be surprised if someone does not question it. I'll be surprised if you don't actually end up having a conversation about that, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, Kufri, I agree with what you're saying in terms of people should keep their energy the same, essentially. But I'm taking a little bit of issue with the semantics of the idea of selling yourself, because a friendship or relationship is not a supermarket or a job interview. It's a relationship. So I think people should give other people the opportunity to warm up to them. As somebody else mentioned, like, this is not an interview. We're not trying to put our best foot forward. Like, we're trying to be as authentic as we can. But at the same time, we're humans, and our emotions and the way that we navigate friendships and relationships on any given day is going to be different.
I hear that. Someone asked a question. If you are socially anxious, can you not just say beforehand that you're socially anxious?
Badly.
I feel like potentially your social anxiety would prevent you from just announcing that the first time you meet someone.
Really? But can you not just be like, oh, I might be a little shy when we meet? Like, just passing in conversation.
Yeah, I agree with Tommy. I think a disclaimer is definitely worthwhile, especially if somebody has a big personality online, but they know that they won't be able to live up to that same expectation in reality. I think it's only right to drop the disclaimer just so that you can meet my expectation. Because obviously, like Kufre said, somebody, whether it's a man or woman, they're gonna have every right to be like, oh, what's going on here? Online, you was running banter, but face to face, it's a complete different vibe I'm getting from you. So I think the disclaimer might be helpful, just so at least I can give you grace now. But if there's no disclaimer, I'm likely to think that the energy is going to be consistent, because I'm almost going to feel like, all right, person online, so I can buy into you.
And this is the thing, in terms of the conversation about, like, if you're in a barbecue and everyone is excited, everyone is happy, everyone is like, the vibes are going, I'm expecting, in fact, if it's a lady that has been talking, if it's a girl that has been talking to a particular guy and the guy has been bringing the energy to her, you come into that barbecue, she's expecting you to come and bring the life again. Like, she's like, fam, on social, like you brought all the energy, you were busting just she wants to see you in real life. I'm like, oh, swear you are the same in real life. But when that's not the case, I'm not gonna lie. Someone like me, if I see you in real life and your energy is low and you've just been doing up social, I'll just come straight in. So you're a social media guy. That's so mad. I'll come in front of you and just like, what? Like you're very comfortable on social media. Why is that? Why is it that on socials you're there? And then we probably can get into the conversation of social anxiety. I hear the point of having to say that you're socially anxious beforehand, because I feel like people that are socially anxious know that they are socially anxious, unless it's the first time.
To an extent, I feel like
maybe it's wrong there.
To an extent, I feel like it might come across as unfair to some because they don't want to share their weakness type of thing, and they might also think me going to, like, in my head, immature me would think, don't go then. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't go if you're socially anxious. But at the same time, you'd want to go because it would overcome the social anxiety by going, isn't it? So it's like a catch-22.
That's the question as well, to be fair. Do you think people actually go to, oh man, we're actually going into social life? I may just change the name of this thing on YouTube and just be like,
yeah, you see what, yeah? Cool, yeah. Let me say something, yeah. If we're gonna make this conversation about social anxiety, we're gonna have to be treading on ice here, because we're now entering the realms of mental health.
Yeah,
when it comes to mental health, we have to tread very carefully. So the thing is, I feel like, okay, yes, that is something to take into consideration, okay? But I'm sure there were brothers there that didn't have social anxiety, that had energy online, that didn't match it in real life. And it's not because they were shy. So I feel like if we sway this conversation down the social anxiety way, we'll then go, okay, but what about this? But what about that? And then the what about stuff is just going to make this conversation a bit more complex than it ought to be.
Yeah.
Though, yes, in life there are nuances. Yes, there are things like social anxiety. There are elements like people being shy and stuff like that. But if we're always going to make that the focal point of conversations like this, it takes away from the fact that there are guys who are just unserious. We're taking it from the fact that there are guys who are just playing games. We're taking it away from the fact that on a woman's part, or for some women, that they're playing games or they're acting stush or they're acting away. So there's so many different elements or ways to look at this. If we focus too much on the mental health aspects, we're going to be here for a long time.
No, I hear it. So basically, from that, I feel like, because what I really want to do, I want to have a conversation about this kind of stuff, but not in this context. We are talking about barbecues. I do want to have a conversation about this. So if you want to talk about it, or if you feel like you'll be comfortable to talk on here without feeling, because I'm not like, I don't feel like we are in here to just be attacking people. Like, there are some people that have actually been diagnosed with this thing as social anxiety is a big thing, and I feel like some people are trying to trying to find themselves or put themselves in situations where they can hopefully meet people, or they can hopefully take themselves out of that. And funny enough, I did hear some testimonies from the barbecue of people just, oh, well, I actually pushed myself out to do this, that. So if you want to, since I feel like we should have a conversation about this, but not now, it's going to be something that you guys just have to just watch Real G Clash and just see when we are. And probably next week, but we'll see. But I hear what you're saying, because it's a whole conversation. It's talking about mental health. But if you're listening and you feel like, if you feel like you want to, if you have something to say, please, we welcome it. Hopefully you are able to become the voice for another person, and we end up getting
and just to add into Iman's point quickly, obviously with this whole mental health thing that was obviously brought into this conversation, we need to remember that it's hypothetical, because there's nothing that tells us that the reason why somebody doesn't match up the energy in reality is due to mental health. The mental health is just something that could be the case. So we can't just assume that the reason why somebody is one way online and not the same way in reality is due to social anxiety. Because like Iman said, it could be the person just isn't serious. It could be several different things. So we can't just automatically just go down the mental health route and say this is the reason why people are not the same way in reality than they are online, because there could be various different reasons.
Yeah.
So it's just worth mentioning that this is it's a hypothetical example.
We'll cover mental health another day. On to the next scenario, which this one is a light one, so I'm expecting very easy. Easy answers for this one. So basically, the scenario is this. So the guy sorry, one second. Let me get my notes. I don't know. I tried to do this thing offhand. But guys, please, with the social anxiety thing, we are gonna save that for it, and then hopefully, because it looks like everyone on here is passionate about this. So, yeah. Oh, Destiny, you wanted to say something? Sorry, carry on.
Oh no, I was literally gonna say the same thing. Like in these sort of conversations, when it's brought up, we're not saying that is the exact reason why. Like, and I was gonna make a joke, like it could be like, oh, maybe the face didn't match the Abby and they were trying to skeet off or something silly like that. Yeah, no, I was just trying to lighten it up a little bit. I feel like just in case anybody has heard that and they're like, oh my gosh, I did have social, like you could have social anxiety and be fine. Everyone I met had amazing vibes. So even if you feel like, oh, I went and I was anxious, don't worry, because most of the time it's only you that is noticing, and just as long as you had a great time, yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. So just don't worry about it or the conversation as well.
Now we are gonna circle back to that one. All right. So the next question was this, and this is a question for both people because I remember I even tweeted something about this after the barbecue, and for some reason girls were not happy about it. I don't know. So the question was, what is, or is there anything like a Christian? This probably is not G-Clash barbecue, but even I ask the question, you know that Jesus is king. So the question is there any such thing as a Christian bad boy or a Christian bad girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Christian bad girls. For the girls that were looking
for sure.
Thank you very much.
All my Christian bad girls came true.
Thank you very much.
They came through.
What do you think this is?
Period. Like you think I'm standing here with my sunglasses.
This is a lot of verbals.
Because I saw your tweet the other day about how Christian bad women don't exist, how Christian baddies don't exist. Excuse me.
Who had in front of you to tweet that kind of stuff?
You.
Oh man.
I'll draw out the tweet now.
All right. So with that question now, yeah, the whole Christian bad girl baddie. Please, can you give me a definition of what that is, please?
Does somebody want to go or should I go?
To be honest, Kufri, if you've made that statement, then you've already got a perception of what a Christian bad girl is like. So what's your perception of a Christian bad girl?
No, I know what a bad girl is like in Jesus' name. But I want to know I want to know what a Christian baddie is like. Obviously I only know one, but I want to know what was triggering about that whole what was triggering about that tweet. And because I know what a Christian bad or Christian bad boy is like. We saw it when, shout out to Mania there, he released the video and everyone was like, oh yeah, oh my days, I see my husband in there, oh my days. But that's what a Christian bad, oh my days, that's the kind of guy who won't talk to me, oh my days, this, that. So
okay, Cooper, can I say something?
Go on.
Okay, first of all, I just want to bring back what Mary said earlier. Christian is not an adjective, it's a noun, it's who you are. Now, going on to the second part of the sentence, baddie, like if we're talking about the females, a baddie is someone, you look nice. Obviously, I wouldn't use the word baddie like in my day-to-day vocab because this is in 2016. But personally, it's just someone that looks good. Like, you look good, hair done, nails done, you look nice, innit? So like, it's just a Christian woman that looks nice. Like, she holds herself nicely and she looks nice. Like, I feel like it's about looks. When someone says Christian bad boy, they're just talking about a plain guy that does normal stuff, like, really and truly, and they're about.
Nah.
Who's saying nah? Okay, let's go.
Nah. So when, for example, when you're talking about a Christian bad boy is not necessarily just yeah, someone who moves about. It's about that character or that nature or the way a man used to move pre-Christ. Okay,
So
so
I think like
BC.
he's fine and he's gonna look at me and tell me what.
Say that again.
He's a fine guy, and like when he's standing in front of me, like he's like, "Yo, like I don't
Yeah,
know
so
what
he's
to
so
say.
he's a Christian, but he's
Yeah.
rough on the edges, or as Gabs would say, he's a reformed. He's a reformed. What's it? He's a reformed.
Reformed road man.
He's
No,
got,
but
so
that's
he's got the
not the-
scriptures
I
there.
don't think it's a case of like, oh, I'm not saying, oh, I want somebody that was going conch and is now a Christian. That's not what I'm saying.
No, not necessarily that. Not
It's just about being
obviously
edgy.
he's a Christian,
Gotta
so
be
he's not.
edgy.
That's the word, Benny.
So
edgy. Okay, I hear it, ladies. I hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Wait, please, I beg you explain edgy because me, I don't understand what that means.
It's the vibes. It's the vibes, man. You can't.
What about the edge? Is it getting close to the edge? Is he what about?
Oh God.
I feel like
It's like
a different definition.
you just have a certain. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so
I basically said the edge is called sex appeal.
No, I should tell you both.
Is it? Oh, am I speaking for myself? I don't know. I think everyone has a different opinion.
You're speaking for yourself, boy.
I've heard of so, like I said, I don't go for no Christian. I can't put the word Christ and bad in one sentence, so I'm not I'm involved. I'm gonna
lie.
Oh my gosh.
So essentially, this is because I'm just reading what people are saying. I'm big up to Irish, say Chantilizing is a Christian baddie.
Period.
Essentially, what's the word Christian baddie is a guy that's just recently saved, trying to find the Lord, but he's still got that little thing from his previous life. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Always. The flesh
No.
is dead.
Nah, you lot are trying to bring some Christianese into this thing.
No.
The term.
This is the reason why I said there is no such thing as a Christian baddie.
Right. Okay. Wait. Because context to this, yeah, I think prior to this, the way Christian baddie came into this was our podcast when we were speaking about Christian baddies. So
I said that, my brother. Go on.
so it was more like it's more the description. So for women, the Christian baddie concept is obviously when you look on Insta and you see what you would call baddies, yeah. So the ladies that are looking lit, or they've got a certain body shape, or they're dressed in a certain way, or they're the ones that, you know, like ladies in the world are like, yeah, this lady is, yeah, she's bad, like, yeah, she's on it. And then for a guy, it's when we're talking about Christian bad boys, it's a bit different because it's not necessarily about body shape or your hair or whatever. It's more like, yeah, you're a Christian, but you're still rough on the edges in the sense of you still got a little bit of street on you. You're still a bit rough, like, you know, yeah, the old man is dead, I hear all of that, but you're still rough on the edges. Do you get what I'm saying? We can still take you out of London, or we can still take you out of slums, but still there's a bit of slums in you. That's the original context of the thing. Obviously, as the conversation has gone on and different people in different spaces have been speaking about it, they have created their own definitions and what it means to them. So some people will be like, yeah, Christian and bad doesn't make sense. It's just the concept of baddie in the world, then add Christian to it, and then think like, what do you perceive like? And to be fair, when in the podcast we actually asked, like, for Christian, like, are there Christian baddies? And then we asked somebody like who wasn't on the podcast, like, go on Insta and show us someone who you think is a Christian baddie. And she kind of struggled still. And that was kind of based off the picture of what we described in the sense of in the world,
I get that,
who do you think's a baddie? And then translate that to the Christian world, show me who you think. And then there was an issue with that. But obviously, some sisters were upset with Kufre. I can't even lie, B. Some ladies hit me up and said, what's your Donny on? Because
there
are a lot of Christian bad sisters out there. That's what they were saying to me.
I can't lie. You know what's funny? Yeah, my DMs was going because some
for real.
I got a few a few messages saying, wait, so what are you saying, that Christian bodies don't exist? This, that. I was like, bro, that's I was just, this was just me typing out loud, thinking out loud. But the way is a very, I don't know how it got to be such a techy topic though.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like when we first discussed it on the podcast, I was a bit like, I don't know if such a thing exists. I understand the concept. I understand what, like, because it was Gabs that first coined it. He's the first person I heard say it. So,
Gabs, come on.
So I was a bit confused, but maybe Gabs can describe it better than me because he was the one that I heard the term from. So.
Now, do you know what, Eamon? You definitely said it correctly. You've definitely explained it correctly. Obviously, I think everyone knows what a baddie is. Generally, it's the women who end up in the man's group chats. The man in the group chat, they're discussing certain pictures of women. Okay. You know how people share people's Instagram posts to their friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's those kind of girls. And like Eamon said, you just throw the term Christian in front of it. And that's obviously what you get. Because I was having a conversation one time with one of my boys ages ago, and he said that women in the world have sex appeal, but women in church have personality. So Jesus. Then I was like,
Jesus. So wait, Jesus.
So then
but you know what? That's funny because he's actually not saying they don't have sex appeal, but he's saying the biggest thing that you end up seeing is personality rather than
sex appeal. That's his opinion. That's just what his opinion.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
So from me hearing that, I thought, hold on. This seems to be like a running theme. Do you know what I mean? Because I know, a lot of Christians are they do have great personality. Do you know what I mean? We're quite personable, we're quite loving, we're quite friendly. Well, the majority of us, yeah. So a lot of us do have great personalities, and there's a lot of people in the world, men and women, who might come across more. They might have more of a step that they show to the public. So then obviously that's when we sat down on a podcast and we discussed as to whether it's possible. Now, I must say, I do think it's possible. I do think it's possible to be a Christian and still have sex appeal. I don't think because you have faith, it removes your sex appeal. I definitely think it's achievable, like it's attainable to be a Christian and have sex appeal. Are there many out there that exist? That's obviously where the question is that goes to the public. But I do rate, though, one thing I do rate that the women are coming through and they're saying that they're Christian baddies.
No, I hear it.
I rate the confidence.
I hear it. I actually hear that. Sorry, go on, Tommy.
Alright, cool, because you man are slaughtering this thing. I'm so sorry.
Alright, Christian baddie, Tommy, go on.
I'm sorry. Listen, can we stop blaming Yeshua for us not having sauce? Like, can we just stop it? Put in Christian baddie, Christian. Listen, if you have sauce, you have sauce. If you don't have sauce, you don't have sauce. It's just period. It's just period. So please, I beg, stop blaming Jesus for you not having sauce. It's not his fault. It's your own. It's actually your own. How can Christ die on the cross for you? Come and live inside of you. You don't have sauce. That's your problem. That's your own personal issue. Okay? Number one. Now, if we're going to come and now put it in this bracket of Christian baddie, whatever you even want to come and call it, if for you as a person who carries yourself well, for me, someone who's like a baddie to me is someone who can walk in the room. You don't have to say anything, but you're speaking. Like, I can see you and I'm like, I can tell, okay, cool. This is somebody that carries weight. For me, that's a baddie. You don't have to say much. It's not about promiscuity. It's not about all of that. Like, how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you are, just naturally, that in itself is a bad babe. Like, all right, cool, I want to chat to that person. All right, I hear it. All this, oh yeah, Christian, listen, Christ is within you. You should already have source alone from the fact that you have Christ. So this one is your own that you're struggling. Sorry.
Okay.
Do you know what? I agree with that. I agree with that. Just to add on to it quickly, it's sex appeal is not about looks. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. It's everything. It's your whole demeanor. It's your whole aura. So I don't want anyone to go away thinking it's just about looking good, because it's deeper than that. Do you know what I mean? It's like a little fivefold ministry kind of thing. You gotta have the demeanor and that.
If you're listening, please. Obviously, this is very this is like a normal. This is a conversation. So
Absolutely.
Why is Kufre moving politically correct, bro?
Can I say something?
Kufre doesn't want to get cancelled. That's
I'm telling you. After that,
it's all a PR stunt here.
I'm telling you.
Trust me. On Twitter, Kufre was saying there's no Christian baddie. Now he's changing his tune.
Draw him out.
A man said he's not changing his mind as well.
No, wait. No. When I made that tweet, I still stand by that tweet. I'm just saying, based off of what Tommy defines a baddie to be, based off of that definition solely.
As long as you have Jesus, you're a baddie. Essentially.
Exactly. You're a baddie. So yeah,
I heard that.
So, but based on that tweet stands on his own. He carries his own weight. So, but anyway, sorry, someone. Destiny, I think you had something to say or not.
No, I was just laughing.
guys, don't watch the sex appeal thing, because obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that.
I just wanted
That's
to
what
say
I meant. You guys just articulated it a lot better than me. Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, I just wanted to jump in because I tweeted it, and I think a lot of people agree. You don't have to meet a social standard to be a baddie, and I feel like everyone kind of said something around that. So yeah, I thought I'd just drop that in.
Wait, you don't have to meet a social standard.
You don't have to meet.
Baddie.
Yeah. You don't have to
elaborate on that, please.
You don't have to meet the expectation of what everyone calls a baddie. So, like what Tommy was saying, I kind of just agree.
So,
with what
AKA, you can be your own baddie.
I'm a Christian baddie. In fact, I'm not a Christian. I'm a baddie.
She said, forget
Guys,
Christ. I'm a baddie.
I'm telling you.
She said,
because it's about. We would say, like most of the girls who have said, when you carry yourself, it's not essentially all about the way you look or your body shape and all of that. So yeah, that's what I have to say in it.
Okay, this is in Christ, right? We're clarifying.
Yeah, body in Christ.
This is in Christ.
Okay, because the world's social standards are completely different.
No, I'm not sure who was saying it earlier, but someone was talking about, I think it was Gabs actually, talking about how the definition of a baddie anyway is essentially what you find on like Instagram or like an Instagram baddie. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, but obviously from the world's perspective, that's more or less what people are classifying as baddies. Obviously, I 100% agree with what you're saying. If we're using a Christian context, or if we're being kind-hearted, then yeah, we can use that. But yeah, because in the world, if you go and say that, they're gonna be like, "Nah, B, you didn't hear me." I have a
question then, actually. So what's the difference between being a baddie and being classy?
Yeah.
Maybe we should use the term classy.
That's a good question.
That's
a very good
question. That's good.
Classy,
because
rockets.
Are we speaking from a Christian context or from a worldly context?
Listen, we are Romans 12:2. Please, come on.
No, I'm just the question wasn't specific. I know. Okay. We're doing Christian stuff. Oh yeah, Gabs, answer the question.
I don't mind hearing both actually. If anyone wants to.
Yeah, come through, Tommy. Push through, sis.
No, I'm listening.
I can't lie. By the way, I really talked to you, man. She said we can't let these other guys rat to us like this. We are buddies.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about push through. Obviously, I think me and see things differently, innit?
No, she asked a question, bro.
I wanted to hear the different points of view. So, what do you think worldly, and what do you think in a Christian perspective as well?
What in terms of baddie?
The difference
baddie versus classy.
Yeah.
I think in terms of classy, in my personal opinion, I would think that's down. I think the way people use the term classy, I think it's down to the way people dress. When people use the term classy, I don't think that's down to personality or demeanor. I think it's down to the way certain people dress. I think in terms of baddie, I think baddie is probably more around a whole package. So not just the way you dress, but the way you carry yourself, your demeanor, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, the way you walk. But I think in terms of classy, I think personally, it's just down to the way you dress. And I think the term classy usually gets attached to people that tend to be fashionistas, for example. Class tends to be thrown around a lot of fashionistas and models. That's just my opinion, though.
But isn't like, wait, sorry, babe. Isn't like classy kind of like bougie though, which is like kind of seen
There's
as
one
a
more you're
personality
forgetting.
trait?
There's Ratchet.
Yeah, don't let that song. Don't let that song fool you. I think in terms of bougie, I think Eman kind of touched upon it earlier. I think bougie is more stush, not being stuck up. I think it's more being stush.
What?
In my opinion.
Bougie. Nah,
yeah, but he was probably just flirting with you.
You got called bougie when?
No, I got called bougie.
Okay. Yeah, the guy was from a guy.
No, it's from a girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like bougie doesn't necessarily mean stuck up. Bougie's kind of like suburban. Wow.
Upper class.
We've it.
Magic.
It's like, you know, in the film they had their hair permed, like they're always designer bag. Like it's not necessarily
upper class.
It's just upper class. Thank you. So I feel like in terms of classy, like it's got the word class in it. It's about your class, how you carry yourself. It's like it's got like an elegance about it.
Yeah,
like, I think that's the only difference. I feel like you can be classy and you can be a bad bee. Like at the end of the day, I feel like bad bee just has a little bit more of the ratchet side of it. Like, but I think classy and bougie are kind of similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going. Hopefully, there will be another time to talk about who is Badgie. Jesus Christ.
Badgie.
Everyone's doing up times tonight.
Badgie. Hey.
The man said Roberto Baggio. Wow.
It's actually 2020 about Badgie.
Badgie. Don't watch that.
Y'all should just stick to Q. Just stick to Q and keep it moving, man. It's easier.
It's nice.
Keep it cute for Christ.
Yeah, Q for Jesus.
Virtuous.
Jesus. Put that on the t-shirt.
The gospel of Q, and just keep it pushing.
Oh man. All right, cool. So there's a couple of things I've heard today that I kind of like actually. So in terms of, especially with the game stuff, the whole Christian guys having game, and there was something that we had said earlier on regarding, and I feel like this is a good place to end it, or to kind of like end it. What do you think goes first? Attraction or source?
Attraction. Let's keep it a buck.
All right. So that means no. So do you think?
Attraction.
Do you think there's any way that both of them work hand in hand? Do you think there's?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So by that I mean, it's possible.
No source, then there's nothing.
It's
So it's possible that you cannot be attracted to someone, but the game or the way they, like, you end up getting attracted to them based on how much game they put on.
Yes, it's possible. It's very possible. If we get on, if we like click, or you've got like a certain aura about you and the vibes are going well, my eyes may start to shift. That's a rare occurrence, so try not to point me on that one.
You see?
This is how we end it.
Personality matters, but looks are important.
It's a lie. I feel like guys, I'm not gonna lie, and Mandem corrects me here. I can't lie. The whole game thing, it follows after attraction. You know, from what I've heard you ladies say.
No. Wait. I just want to make it clear, yeah, that the women are generally more time gonna have a different answer to the man then.
Yeah.
On this question.
Truth.
I think ladies are more willing to buy the game piece and ensure that the attraction is there, whether it's on an intelligence level, whether it's emotions, whether it's aspirations, whether it's the drive or whatever. Whereas man them, it's more likely to be a bit different. So I don't think that we're gonna get one. I think based on
now, but based on what majority of them have said, though, it's like I'm because this is coming off the back of the last call, and we are getting somewhere with that, but time. So now we're in this one, and based on what they were saying, it was if I'm not attracted to you, there's no point in just trying to pull or whatever you want to pull because it's not there. Like, so I have to first see you and feel like, okay, you know what, there's a bit of attraction there, and then you have something to work on. That's what. Am I right?
Is that what at least a little something there? No, but it's the truth though.
Wait, so you're saying you need a bit of attraction, and
are
then...
you gonna be talking to someone you're not attracted to whatsoever?
No, that's what I'm asking you.
No, personally, it has to be attractive. There has to be something there.
Come on. I'm asking question. Am I not married?
No,
What's there?
Yes, sir.
No. Tell me what I'm hearing you. I'm just asking because not all women will necessarily. Actually, sorry. When we're talking attraction, we're talking physical attraction, right? Are we talking physical attraction?
Physical attraction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you were talking.
So my question does make sense because I've seen a lot of ladies. I've seen them settle on attraction and go for other parameters. Whereas I've seen more for mandem, the physical attraction piece will work more. That's why today's trying to fight me because he's talking about. I know that piece for the mandem, but for the ladies, that's why I was asking you, Tomiwa, that attraction like a pivotal piece like for you. Because I know women that it's not necessarily the case. They're willing to sacrifice that.
I think
100%.
Personally, I'm going to want a slight attraction. For me, from personal experience, I have been the type to go for someone that I wasn't completely attracted to, but growing in terms of like personality and stuff kind of made me more attracted to the person. So I hear that, but there was some sort of, like, there's something there. Do you get?
Right. I hear that. That makes sense.
Going off of what Tommy was said, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if like when none of us should be, we're too old to be doing just little things here and there. Do you get what I mean? So if we're talking long term now, let's say you now vex me. I'm now vexed, and then I'm looking at your face as well. So I'm not even satisfied with anything.
Wow!
So what's the point?
Crying out loud, man!
I can't like
it's rough play.
He said you're ugly anyway.
No, that's rough.
That is rough play, man.
Rough. You know what? You sound like one of them sisters that will go when you're vexed.
You was clapped anyway,
and you go. You'll say, "But you married me, though." Be like, "Yeah, I just did it because you had money."
Jesus.
Anyway, I'm playing.
No, but let's just be honest with ourselves. As Christians, we love to fool ourselves and say, no, it's okay. I look at the heart. Listen, this is years we're talking about, this isn't a couple of months. This is years we're talking about. I can't.
No, but you know what? That's why I'm intrigued with what you're saying, because I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I completely hear what you're saying, but some of your sisters that have gone ahead have gone a completely different way. Like the man, them like Anyway, let me not say anything rough. But the brothers that they've married, like, looks on the top of the list. They're pretty down the pecking order. Like
you're saying the man them are punching.
The man them reach, they punched and they hit it. Like they got.
I hear it.
Their wives are proper buff.
But you know what? That might be that might be in everyone else's eye, but like for the girl, she's like, "Rah, this guy is Like, this guy's everything.
Wait. You know, no. You know what? Yeah,
Has she personally come to you and told you?
I'm
not gonna lie. If she hasn't personally come to you and told you, nah, I can't lie, I don't find my husband fine, that's different. But there's something that allowed her to be like, no, there's actually something like fine about this person. Just because you look at him and go, oh, he's not fine.
It might not be the looks. It might not be the looks. I know.
No, it would have had to be, bro. She would have thought you was cute. Do you know what I mean?
Bro.
Yeah,
I mean, there has to be some kind of attraction.
Bro,
a woman cannot marry.
Bro,
a woman.
All these opinions, yeah. It makes you think.
Wait. Let me land. Yeah. I've been to marriage retreats, yeah, and I've seen couples that have been together 10, 15, 30, 40. The oldest one and the last one I went to was like 59 years, yeah. And some of the couples were like, some of the women were like, no, my husband wasn't the handsome one out of the bunch, but I loved him because of X, Y, and Z. I loved him because he was like, he was someone that was driven or whatever. So attraction. You see what you said, man, yeah? Yeah. You said the wife said he wasn't the handsome out of the bunch. Yeah. It doesn't mean he's not good looking. He just wasn't levels in comparison.
Something there.
When I'm looking at the husband, I know what she's talking about.
No, this is embarrassing. No woman is marrying a man who's not good looking. How can you have sex with someone that's not good looking, bro? A woman's not doing that. Let's keep it 100 now. Let's keep it 100.
You only be going home at night. It's not that.
Bro, let us keep it 100. We know, bro.
A woman is not having sex with somebody she doesn't find good looking.
Bro, come on, man. This is wrong.
That's a lot. I can't lie.
Man, know this. You as a married man know
let's keep it 100, bro.
Bro, I'm keeping it 100.
Nah.
You as a married man, you know that women, or wives, you know that it's yes for some women, for a lot of women, yes, physical attraction is key, but then at the same time, it's about being able to connect. So you can't just get away with being good looking, bro. You know that bro.
I agree.
No, we're not saying single-handedly it's just the looks. We're not saying that. We're not saying that. Something has to be there.
I don't agree. I don't agree because I've seen other ones.
Okay, Eman, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Yeah.
Yes.
Can a Christian woman marry a Christian? No. Let me start again. Can a Christian woman have sex with a Christian man that isn't good looking?
100%.
That's just because women settle. I'm sorry, a lot of women settle.
No, so wait. No. Let's not use the excuses. It's happening. No. It's going to happen.
It is happening because a lot of women are settling. Yeah.
Like they are settling truth.
No.
That one is shocking my brain.
They're telling you, my brother, they are therefore regretting the thing.
I am telling you, this is a reality. It's happened before, it's happening right now, and it's gonna happen in the future.
So let me understand this.
Do you know what? Can I say something?
It will happen for you women in Jesus' name.
I think it's because a lot of older women settle because they feel like they don't like
they're running out of time.
Yeah, and they're lonely now. So they're like, you know what, this guy's nice, so like he's kind to me, so let me just settle.
You know what? Going off the back of what Benny's saying, it's not even just older women. It's also some girls who are like, oh no, like how has everyone else got a relationship? Blah blah blah. Like I actually want to be with someone. I want to be with someone. You're craving that attention. You're craving that desire to be in a relationship. Like you've put relationships so high up. And then when somebody now pays you attention, you're now there like, yes, I finally got it. And then you're settling just because somebody's now come to you. No, sorry, don't lower your standard just because you may feel like everybody else is in something. I'm sorry. What's that?
Mariana, what are you saying? Mariana, I want to hear. What are you saying? Okay.
I was just going to say, I think it's very subjective.
By the way, this is Mariana from Manano. Karen.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think it's very subjective in terms of what women want. As a woman, I think what I want from a man is going to be different to what Juanita wants. It's going to be different from what any of the women on here want. You have to take into consideration things like someone's socioeconomic background. Are they wanting to be with someone who's going to be able to provide for them? Do they want to work a full-time job? Do they want to be a homekeeper? That's going to influence the sort of person that they're with and whether they're attracted to them solely for their physical attraction or some other things that they bring to the table. I do think you're not going to be with someone who you're not you're not going to be with someone who you're not physically attracted to, at least to some extent. But for women, it's going to change based on what they actually want from not only their partner, but from a husband, from a father, XYZ.
I hear that. I can't lie. That your accent just made me accept what you were saying still. But I actually hear that. Someone said because it's very interesting, especially Apostle your point here. That I cannot lie. Man.
About what? My point about what?
Your point about someone that's happily saying to you, yeah, obviously my husband is not.
If I share some of the stuff, that I heard, from that I've heard from some of these marriage retreats, it will break this whole Christian. Whatever.
I hear it. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not
happening.
I actually believe it's happening. I actually believe it's happening.
Emmanuel,
and that's nice for them.
Pastor Emmanuel, can I ask you something?
Go through.
Okay, in an ideal world, would a woman want to marry somebody they're attracted to?
I can't answer for all women because women are different. I can't answer for women because I know women's preferences are different.
It can change
from woman to woman, and it can change. And you need to understand, like, as a man, like, attraction is very, very key, especially physical attraction. However, attraction, maybe physical, might not be the first or the top of a woman's list. And I've even asked this question. I remember I asked it like 3-4 months ago, and it was just to anybody, like unbelievers, believers. I got bare feedback. Physical attraction was not the top of the list. So at the end of the day, I'm not altogether saying that physical attraction is rubbish. What I'm saying is that for a lot of women, physical attraction might not be the key thing. And I've also seen some nuanced cases where women, like, they completely blag the physical appearance piece. Like, bruh, as a man, I can say, bro, sorry, bro, like, this one, like, you're not really buff still. But anyway, God created everyone in it, so I'm not one to speak. But the point is that their wife saw something in them that was deeper than their physical looks. Obviously, when it comes to sex and whatnot, people have different things that turn them on. So it's not even just, if I'm looking at you and will I be turned on or not? Bro, like when you get married yourself, you will understand that it's not just, I look at you. But that's a big factor though. Physical appearance is definitely a big factor, but it's not the only factor. Everybody.
I hear what you're saying. So basically, so it's for some people, even though the attraction is not, the physical attraction is not there, there's other stuff that they're attracted.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I'm not disputing anybody's point. Everyone's point is valid in this, I just want to say everyone's point in this is valid because it's your preference. I can't dig at you because of your preference. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying this to the sisters, like, if physical attraction is key for you, do your thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Man, if physical attraction is key for you, do your thing. But you have to understand, marriage is the long haul. So I
hear it. You have to be attractive. It has to go past that. It has to just go past the physical thing.
So
I hear it because now I'm deep in it because I remember someone asked a question here. I was listening to, this was years back, I'm joking. Someone asked that question and was like, what is, when you are in a relationship or when you are in a relationship and things start to fade away, what is it that you hold back to? And this is like after like 25 years and you're in that relationship, and physical attraction cannot be like, majority of what they were saying, they were like, my mind, the guy was funny, I'm attracted to his intelligence, I'm attracted to this, that, and the third. So I'm actually here now and I'm thinking about it. I feel like
Can I quickly, Can I just stop you there quickly?
Go on.
Nobody's thinking about intelligence when you're in the bedroom, but continue.
No, that's what I'm saying. In the context of this conversation, we're talking about coaching. We're talking about like first time. You're not gonna be thinking, you know what you want to do. That's so crazy.
Most times the lights are off though, so just saying.
It depends, bro.
Please, I'm married, dear. Please.
Okay.
If that's your preference, bro. This is why it's all about preference. If that's what you and your missus like, then that's fine. Some people like
some people like dim lights.
So, trust me, some people like dim lights.
Some people like lights on.
Some people like the glory of the Lord lighting up the room. But that's none of my business.
I can't lie,
Some people like gospel music in the background.
I'm telling you. So it's preference right now, B. It's preference,
but I feel like the reason why a lot of ladies right now will say physical attraction is because when you're talking about first time encounter with someone, that is what they're saying is the first, like it's one of the first or one of the major things that you're looking for. Even before you start talking to the person to get to know if this person is funny or if this person is smart or what have you, that is one of the first things for majority of people. That's why I say I hear it as well. It's very techy because I feel like the whole he's funny is after you've gotten past that stage of like how do people get into, how do you get into one that you've been there and you're still thinking, brother, that other guy is more attractive than you, but you are funny. Like
bro, can I tell you a reality of life? Yeah, it's just the reality of life. And this is for anybody that obviously is single or looking to get married soon. You will always find someone more funnier. You'll always find someone more buff. So you have to understand, that if I'm like, looks can be fine, guys. There's nothing wrong. But as the Bible says, it fades. So there's got to be something deeper that will sustain you in the long haul. Do you understand? So that's why for now it's all good. Do your physical attract. That's dope. But you women, you know yourselves as well. Like if you want someone to connect with you, like maybe physical attraction might be the top of the list for you, but on a deeper level, and like when it's time, like or for those who have already been there, when it comes to sexual relationships, you will understand that the intimacy of it requires a deeper level of connectivity, which is not, I'm just looking at your face and you're turning me on. Like it's not, it don't work like that. Maybe for some women, but for many women, it doesn't necessarily work like that. So it's very like there are levels of intimacy. So even for Gabs, when he was saying, intelligence, bro, like, bro, there's some between couples, there's some tiki-taka that's going on. On a metaphysical level,
okay,
that's
bro.
deep.
When you're talking about the whole like a woman can have sex with her husband that she don't find good looking, that one I find it hard to believe, but I can accept that one. This one I can't accept, bro.
I'm not even coming to you with my personal opinion. I'm just coming to you with facts that I'm telling you from other people. So this one is not necessarily I'm trying to fight somebody else's corner because I want to bring in another perspective. I'm bringing a whole real perspective. I'm bringing it to the table. This is facts. This is facts, bro.
Okay. Help me understand these facts. How is intelligence helping you in the bedroom?
It might help you. I'm just submitting.
I can't lie. We may need to cover bedroom activities. Another.
We might need to, and it might be. This is not PG still, but anyway, we're giving anyway. When we do marriage conference, you lot call out the man.
You have to sign up Eventbrite 18 plus.
Yeah, trust. We have to keep it PG. But what I say to that, bro, quickly is that, bro, you know what sometimes it can take to have the vavavoom in the bedroom. Do you get what I'm saying? So like it's not necessarily the thing that's going to take you there, but it might be part of it. Like having a deep, emotional, intelligent conversation might lead you to X, Y, and Z. But we'll keep it at X, Y, and Z because the people of the Lord are on this live.
Yeah, we've got some youngins.
You get what I'm saying? So
interesting people. So, but guys, don't worry. We've tried to keep it PG, anyways. But if you're interested in knowing more about this stuff, please check out Real Talk, Real Walk, the Go Real and the Go Deep. So feel free to check these guys out. I posted Game Changer, Gabs. They go in. I want and the other lady. I forgot her name, but they go in and they go hard. So Wanipa, let's. Sorry guys, I don't know. Oh, there's music playing in the background. Anyways, Wanipa, what do you want to say? And then let's wrap it up for tonight.
So all I wanted to say is that I definitely agree, like, there's more to a relationship than just physical attraction. Admittedly, that might be the first thing that draws you in, but that alone is not enough to sustain something. And I get, like, the point that some other people have been making. But I will also say that a lot of times, I think what we find physically attractive is like arbitrary ideas that have been influenced by things we see. And that's fine, cool, you can find that attractive. But I think when you're looking for a partner, first and foremost, make sure like if you're doing a serious thing, that it's what God wants for your life, and that you're not just trying to like jump into something with someone you find attractive and gonna ask God to co-sign it like a genie because it's what you see with your eyes attractive. Like there's so much more to it than that.
We are going to talk about that one another time. I cannot lie. We are going to talk about that one another time. But anyways, carry on.
Yeah, it's just, like Mary Hannah's just said in the chat, God is not a genie. So I think I understand the point. Obviously, like you have to be physically attracted to your partner. Otherwise, why are they not just your friend? You know what I mean? But that's not all there is to it. And I think just focusing solely on...
attracted to their friends. No, carry on.
But I think just focusing so much on, oh, that's not going to help you in the bedroom, as if you won't have got to a certain point with that person that you love them, you know what I mean? And that it's not just about how they look.
Yeah, I hear it. So, guys, this has been the conversation about games. So, if you're listening and you've reached this point, congratulations. But in terms of the conversation, please feel free to check these guys out. We're going to put their ads on our social media accounts. The conversation about game, I've come to realize, is very subjective. It's very like this question about attraction or source, and I feel like the whole source, the whole game stuff comes attached to personality. So it's in a weird way, we just had a full-on argument of, okay, what about personality versus... But yeah, we're gonna try and have some deeper conversations, especially when it comes to relationship. What some of you, because I've had conversations with people, and their biggest query is, okay, this says he likes me, what is he saying? All of that stuff. We are gonna bring that in, and we're gonna have deeper conversations. We've got these guys. We can easily bring these guys on, and then we have some conversations. If you were listening in and regarding the social anxiety stuff, and you got triggered, we're so sorry. We love you, and hopefully we'll be able to like peel it out properly later on. We've got a lot more stuff that we are doing on our Real G Clash. So if you're creative, please let us know. If you do graphic designer, web developer, whatever creative thing you do regarding arts, please let us know. We made a tweet about it. We want a creative hub, so we want to connect all the creatives together. But this has been time on RG Ash. It always gets heated when I bring these two guys on, man. Please check them out. Our Real Talk, Real Work. They've got a lot to say.
Listen, can I say something? I know I've spoken a lot today, but in 2020, can we end this conversation of do Christian men still have game? Please.
Real talk.
Let's not go into the new year until another year talking about do Christian men have game or not. Let everyone just level up. Love God, level up.
Level up, my brother.
Also, can we put an end to Christian bad boys and Christian baddies?
Do Christian men have game? Christian baddies? Let's end that one in 2020.
Let's think of new concepts.
Let's think of new things. Let's level up.
Creativity.
We want 7 streams. You get what I'm saying? Let's level. Come on.
At the end of the day, majority of the times, you're like, okay, cool, we've talked about all of this, but what do you want? Oh, I don't know. A lot of people are just joining the bandwagon of Christian guys don't have game, Christian this, da. Please, stay yourself, stay with God. And when my brother tries to talk to you, please let him in Jesus' name. Amen. But honestly, what you're saying is, if you approach them, just talk to them. It's not that hard. We've got 2 people here that have been successful in it, and we've got more people that are getting successful even on the call. So it's not that hard. But please, let's take the pressure off, because it's very funny. Majority of the times, I actually believe this. More guys are less confident in their game because they have seen. Sometimes the guy probably have seen this girl acting like, Christian men don't have game, da. And someone that's trying to talk to you, just, oh, no, Christian man. He's probably been talking to you and you're on socials. Christian man, It's all long. But anyways, let us know what you want us. Oh, people are funny. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll try and make sure that this is a weekly thing. We've got Ask the Guys, Ask the Girls, a whole conversation. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for staying locked on. We see you guys. Use the hashtag RGAsk. Let's keep the conversation going. We're over and out. Thank you. Guys, thanks for coming on.